it. And people on the other side are going to go, yes, it is, but all of our shit depends on it, so let's just find a way to deal with it. Then they're going to fucking work together. And then we're going to move on to the next group, whatever the fuck it is. Like, I don't know, hey, vaccines are bad. No, they're not. You're fucking stupid. That's how that one's going to go.
Bunch of fucking dicks.
And then we're going to move on to... Who are we going to move on to after that? I don't know. Vegans? I don't care if you're vegan. Go ahead. Go be vegan. Cool. Just don't tell me about it.
And that's really what it comes down to. I just don't want to fucking hear about it.
I just don't care. And same with all you gender... I guess it's gender bender. Okay, let's just do that now. Nobody cares. Benders. That's going to be... That's my subcategory for next season. Nobody cares. Well, I identify as this. Nobody cares. Get back to work.
Right? Exactly.
I don't care. Like, it has nothing to do with our interaction. If I'm just shopping at Walmart and you're fucking checking my receipt, I don't give a fuck. I'm not going to ask. You don't have to. I'm just going to keep walking right by. This is not anything to do with our interaction.
Nothing.
And pretty much anyone in public, that's how that goes. If I'm buying cigarettes at your gas station, or if I'm whatever I'm doing, you're handing out newspapers at the SkyTrain and I'm fucking throwing wet paper towel at you or whatever it is. Doesn't matter. Nobody cares.
Fuck. I'm just unfuckable.
Yep. Gord, ladies and gentlemen, is burned out.
It's okay. I still got a couple of things I want to talk about, though.
So don't everybody in Canada, let's not post anything about Greta Thunberg. Apparently she's sensitive. And keep in mind, she's fucking 16. Like, she brings a lot of heat on herself for the stuff she does. Mainly because her country is an oil-based economy. And she would starve to death if it wasn't for oil. But she's 16. You can't pick on 16-year-olds.
You certainly
She's autistic.
Can.
Fuck.
I certainly will, because I certainly just don't give a shit.
Don't pick on Greta Thunberg. We got so much. But if you can close your eyes and just picture giant, big, fat, like morbidly obese Greta Thunberg, it's very, very funny. Can't use oil. Big fat. Morbidly obese Greta Thunberg is hilarious to me. Just stomping around, stuffing pierogies in her face. Stay off the oil.
Stay off the oil.
Hey,
somebody give me a hoagie.
Go to ericandgord.world and buy yourself a big fat shirt there, big fat Greta Thunberg. All right, moving on. What do you got, Gord? Because mine are stupid.
Okay, we'll start with one of the bigger ones. In San Francisco, I'm not sure if you heard about this. The California power regulators on Thursday slapped Pacific Gas and Electric with a $2.1 billion fine for igniting a series of deadly wildfires that landed the beleaguered utility in bankruptcy.
Yeah, I'm starting to believe that there isn't a such thing as a wildfire. None of them are wild. They're all started by us.
I fully agree. The funny thing was that initially they were set fine to pay $1.7 billion, and then they ended up increasing the fine afterwards, saying basically they thought it was just sort of too lenient, so they just added another bunch of money onto it and said, fuck you.
I love it when courts do that. They're just like, hey, yeah, you remember that amount we told you? Yeah, they're just going to double it. That's all. Okay, move on. Like,
my favorite quote on this is the Pacific Gas and Electric official said they were disappointed by the increased fine.
Yeah.
No shit, really?
We didn't really care for that, no. We would have preferred it had it gone the other way, but it did not. We were disappointed by that.
It's just so funny.
California is a weird place.
No, it's so very fucking strange.
I don't understand their laws. Their legal system makes no sense.
No. Well, I mean, the guy fucking running the fucking place is a fucking moron, so what are you going to do?
Well, the last one was Schwarzenegger.
It's true. He did a better job than anybody else by the looks of it.
Yeah, he didn't seem to do too bad. And he was on the heels of someone who got, I forget what the word is, but he got fired, basically.
Oh, shit, eh?
Like, enough of the state signed a petition saying, I forget what the word is when you get kicked out of office, but it can happen if a majority of people
It's like a form of impeachment.
Yeah. I forget what the actual term is now because I'm stupid today. But
Applement.
I can't think of his name now. But he got fired. Everyone elected him. He was like the greatest guy ever. And then like 2 months later, they were like, "Holy fuck, this dude sucks."
And yet we were stuck with Trudeau. It's unfucking real.
Yeah, but we all voted for him, and we all agree. If we went to the polls tomorrow, we'd all vote for him again. Our country is stupid.
Oh, it's so dumb. It's so very dumb.
It's not their fault. It was him or Scheer. What the fuck did you think was going to happen?
Yeah, well, I mean, that's just it. As soon as Scheer was going to be the one that was running opposition, I knew right away Trudeau's back in.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely, of course.
Oh, yeah.
And then Scheer helped a lot by lying on his resume, lying about where he came from, lying about just about everything. That really helped the Conservatives' chance of winning.
Oh, absolutely. And then add the fact that his whole I'm completely against gays stance, initially didn't help him
that didn't help.
All. So, that's just stupid.
Yeah, Scheer was kind of a train wreck.
Yeah.
But he's still the leader for now.
Did you hear about what happened in Milwaukee a couple of days ago?
No, I don't pay. I try very, very hard to focus on Canada. So,
well,
you can be my American correspondent, but I didn't pay any attention to anything in America.
Well, in Milwaukee, there was a shooting at the Molson Coors Brewery.
What a surprise!
A guy had gone in at 51.
Okay, slow down. Let's back it up here.
Yes, sir.
You're saying there was a shooting in America?
There was a shooting in America that involved alcohol.
My God. What is this world coming to?
Never fucking saw this one coming.
Was it a cop and a black kid?
No.
Oh. All right, well,
cop and a black kid.
Then it's moderately interesting. Let's keep going.
Exactly. There we go. So a 51-year-old dude opened fire at the brewery, killing 5 male employees before turning the gun on himself. They have no idea why he did it, but the really sort of, I guess call it a really sort of strange thing is that not one person, his family, his friends, his co-workers, nobody saw it coming.
Wait, didn't you say it was a Molson brewery?
Yeah.
Yeah, I could see why he did it.
Well, it's Molson and Coors. I mean, why wouldn't you? If
I bought a bunch of Molson, I'd be pissed and want to shoot him too.
So yeah, my favorite line in this one so far is Erna. I'm not gonna fucking butcher her last name. Erna R. She lives next door to this guy. She described him as a nice guy and a helpful neighbor who enjoyed building guns with mail order parts.
You didn't think that was a little off, Erna? Did you ever stop to say, "Hey, what are you going to do with all those guns?"
No, apparently.
You're not planning on shooting somebody with those, are you?
No.
Oh, Erna.
Not you. Not you anyway, Erna.
What a fine. He was a nice man. He just liked to build all those guns all day.
And for the record,
but
Erna
nobody saw this coming. Fuck.
Erna is 82 years old, for the record, so.
But you just, nobody saw this coming. He's a nice man.
Yeah.
Spends 23 hours a day building guns in his garage. Nobody saw a shooting coming. What the fuck is wrong with people? Nobody?
Yeah.
Not one person thought that the guy building all the mail order guns was probably going to shoot something.
No. The funny thing is it's meant to say, well, we knew he was a fan of guns, but he was always happy. He was always in a good mood. He was always positive.
Kill everybody.
Right? He knew the end was coming. He didn't care. Apparently, he was kind, caring, a giving person who always put his family's needs before his own until he decided to murder people.
So are all of them. Like the fucking tower shooters in the States. Remember when that was going on? Just people pegging people off from bell towers and shit?
Yeah, that was crazy. 2 black guys. That was the best.
They were just nice guys, too.
Nobody saw that one. That was the best thing because, when the FBI did their profiling, they were so fucking wrong.
Well,
like they got every aspect of it was wrong. They said it was a single guy. They didn't really a single white guy. It was 2 black guys.
People have to stop saying that fucking shit. It happened with your guy MacArthur too.
Yeah.
The landscaper who was burying people in his customers' yards for years.
That's so
and
awesome.
None of them. We didn't see it coming. He's such a nice guy. He did such a good job. That's what you say about all of them. Always, every time. That's the first thing out of people's mouths. I'm just gonna. Every time I'm on the news now, I'm just gonna be like, I totally fucking thought that guy was nuts.
Well, that was one of my favorite things in the world was this black kid had gone around. He got shot by the cops, and immediately the media kind of initially sort of jumped on it, being like, "Oh, another one shot by the cops illegally." Then they interviewed the father on like a live interview. Yeah, no, he's a piece of shit. Of course, he deserved it. It's like, yes.
Well, yeah. Why don't people just be honest on the news? Oh, he was such a nice man. He was in. No, he wasn't. He's probably a piece of shit. There was probably a day where you're like, yeah, he's a piece of shit. And I kind of thought he looked kind of killy that day, but I didn't want to say anything because I didn't want to be the one he killed.
Yeah, I just thought if I stayed on his good side, he'd be like, hey, John, fuck you, Frank.
Right?
Just shoot the other guy.
I'm very much like that. I will not report him because I will be afraid of him.
That's
and
right.
I think that he will shoot me too if I report him. So don't expect me to, just like the torture argument, don't expect me to go ratting anybody out either.
I got one more story about in the U.S., and then I have some big world news, if technically bigger than world news, but... I just thought this is amazing. I'm jealous that this happened. I always thought this would be something I would do, but a thief stole a hearse with a body inside.
Oh, that must happen more often than we think.
Apparently, it's not all that common because there literally says all the hallmarks of an only in Los Angeles crime. Wow. Thief stole a hearse with a body inside, went on a wild ride, ending with a chase and a crash on a busy freeway.
Yeah, the good news is with a crash on a busy freeway in California.
Because highways there are busy. I don't know why you'd ever get on one. Just stupid. But yeah, the good news is the authorities say that they found the body undisturbed inside the casket, so he just got a free ride.
Oh, that's cool.
So the guy literally stole it from a church.
Yeah. Why not?
Oh, it's just amazing.
The only time I was ever involved in, I mean, a guy I know was involved in car theft. It was from a church.
Oh, really?
This guy I know went through the coat room at the church and just fucking started raiding pockets, and there happened to be some keys in the pocket. So this guy I know went walking around the parking lot doing the tuk, 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 tuk. Oh, there it is. And just, boom, there we go. I had the keys and everything. Let's go to.
That's so good.
Anyone
wasn't planning on this, but since it's here.
That guy I know wasn't very smart because him and his buddies drove it around Kelowna for 3 fucking days.
Yeah, it's dumb.
Occasionally having to stop at Zeller's to steal every fucking CD on their shelf so we could take them up to Darky's pawnbrokers and pawn them. You get $3 a piece for CDs back then. Like you could fill your gas tank for like $25.
Yep. Yeah, you don't get a whole lot for those anymore. Now that was like $3 for 30.
I had probably played a big role in Zeller's going out of business. I mean, this guy I know.
Yeah. Way to blow that cover.
Whatever.
I feel like I should name